The first letter is de, and the A is pronounced like our A, and so this word is da. This is the Russian letter ya, and to us it looks like a backward R, ya. This is a mnemonic device. I turned the Russian letters counterclockwise 90 degrees so you could see the way that I remember them. On the bottom left you see the Russian letter P. And if you notice, it's like two lips coming together. P, P. That is the Russian P sound. And on the right you can see the English P so that you can make that association. On the upper left you see the Russian letter L. And they say it and pronounce it just like our L located there on the right, upper right. Look at the tongue on the left. The bottom part looks like a tongue, and that's because when you make the L sound, you bring your tongue out. L. So use these mnemonic devices to remember P and L, because you're going to see these two letters a lot in the Russian language. Do you recognize the first letter? Notice that there's something that looks like a tongue coming forward. That should remind you of the letter L. And this letter is L. It's L in English and it's L in Russian. The second letter is an A, pronounced just like our A. The third letter is M. It's pronounced just like our M. The next letter is the letter P sound, and they say P. And the last letter is just like our A. And so this word is lampa, lampa, lampa. The first letter is P, pronounced like our P. The second letter is L, pronounced like our L. The third letter is O, and it's typically pronounced A, but in this case it's pronounced O. The X is typically pronounced like an H, but in this case it's a K, and then the last letter again is O, and this word is ploko, ploko. In English we have the word concert. There are two C's. The first C is a K or K sound. The second C is an S sound, and that's the Russian C, and they pronounce it S. So the letters here are S, V, like Victor, Ye, that's the E that you see, and T, the T is the same sound in Russian as it is in English. And so this word is Svet, Svet. What appears to be a Y with a short tail written on the line is the Russian U. And when you see this, you pronounce it U. The second letter is T, and we are familiar with the sound. It's the same in Russian. Our letter P is an R, and it's pronounced like an R. And the last letter is an O, and here it's pronounced in its typical way, A. So this word is utra, utra. The first letter in this word reminds me of the letter B, and it is pronounced as our B sound. The second letter is R, and it's pronounced like our R. The last two letters are just like ours, and so this word is brat, brat. The first, second, and third letters in this word are pronounced just like we would pronounce them, tak, tak. The last two, S and E, are pronounced C, S-E-E. So this word is taxi, taxi. It's more like taxi than taxi. The backwards E is an E sound, and then we have T and O, and this is eta. The Russian letters S, T, U, L make this word stool. A single letter, O, which is typically pronounced A and sometimes O, means about. When you see an upside down H, to me that looks like an upside down chair, and that helps me remember that this is a che. The second letter T is easy, te, and O is also familiar, so there is really only one letter that is strange to us, and that's che. And this word is pronounced shto, shto. There are no new letters in this word, and when you see it, you say kak, kak. When you see an H, it's an N sound, and so this word is on. The first letter is L, the second letter U, and we're all familiar with the K sound, and so this word is Luke, Luke. Here we have what looks like a letter H, and that is the N sound. A is pronounced A, and so this word is na, na. The only letter here that's unusual is the H, and that's an N sound, so this word is ona, ona. The first letter is cha, the second letter a, and the third letter s, and this is pronounced chas, chas. The first letter O is pronounced as an O, the second letter H is pronounced as an N, and the last letter E. And so this word is oni, oni. The first letter is familiar, te, the second letter and the third letter E. And so this word is tri, tri. Here we have three letters that are familiar to us. However, we're not accustomed to saying two consonants together like this. This word is kto, kto. This Russian word has no challenge at all. We see T-A-K. All of the letters are pronounced just like we would, but if an American read this word, he would say tak. The Russians say tak, and that's the only difference. The letters you see here have the same sound in English. This is tam. The letter B has a V sound like Victor, and this word is v. The first letter is pe, which is a P sound. All other letters are the same as in English, and this word is polka. The H in Russian is pronounced like an N, and the E is yeah, and the T is like T, and so this word is niet. The first letter has a G sound, like good. The second letter has a D sound, and the last letter is yeah, and so this is good yeah. The first letter has a D sound, the second a V sound, and A sounds like A, so this word is dva. The first letter is a D sound, the second letter an A sound, an upside down chair is a cha, and the A sounds like A. So this word is dacha. The first letter is not challenging, the second letter is a D sound, the backwards N is a double E sound, and the H is an N sound. And so this word is odin. The first letter here is not challenging, but the second letter is pronounced as an N, and the third letter a double E. The fourth letter a G sound, and the last letter is pronounced as an A. And this word is kniga. Be careful, that first letter is not a B, it's a V sound. Second letter O we know, third letter is a D sound, and the A is an A. So this word is voda. Sounds almost like water, voda. We begin with a V sound, then an N sound. What looks like a Y is a U sound, and K sounds like K. This word is vnuk. Hey, vnuk, come here a minute. I want to talk to you. That's your grandson. When you see an M, it sounds like M, but the backward R is ya, and the C is S, and the O is O. So this is miaso, miaso. K and O are the same, but the center letter is G, and the fourth letter is a D sound, and the last letter A. This word is kagda, kagda. The first two letters are no challenge. The third letter is an L sound. Notice that thing that looks like a tongue That letter is L. There's an O, a K, and an O, which are all familiar to us, so let's call this moloko. 3 letters. The first is P with a P sound. O is familiar to us. The last letter L, notice that tongue. This word is pull. The first letter has a G sound. O is familiar to us, and the last letter is a D sound. This is god. Watch out, that's not a P, it's an R. In Russian, R. The second letter is a U sound. The third letter is Che. K and A are no challenge at all. Ruchka, ruchka. The H sounds like an N, and O like O, and the last letter is a ZH sound like noj, noj. This word looks difficult, but it's very easy. The T is like T, the second letter is yeah, A is like A, T is like T, and the P is an R sound. That's R. This word is teatra, teatra. This word is a bit challenging. The first letter is a B. It looks sort of like a B. The second letter is a double E sound. The third letter is an L. The E sounds like E and T sounds like T. So this word is billet, billet. The first letter is a V sound. Second letter yeah, third letter che, fourth letter yeah, and the last letter R. Viecher, viecher. This word is so similar to the English word. All you need to do is master the Russian letters. The first letter S, second letter yeah, third letter S, fourth letter T. What looks like a P is an R sound, and A is A. So this is sestra, sestra. The first letter M, no challenge there. Second letter yeah, third letter S, fourth letter ya, and that last letter has a TS sound like tsunami. Let's say this word. Mesyats, mesyats. The first letter is somewhat familiar to us. We make our Z's like that, and that is a Z sound. The second letter is no challenge. The third letter is a V sound. The fourth letter is a T sound. The P is an R sound, and we end with A. This is zavtra, zavtra. The first letter is Ya, and it's pronounced Ya. The second letter is a B. The third letter is an L, and then OKO. This is yabloko, yabloko. First letter M, no challenge. A, no challenge. Third letter S. Fourth letter L, and then O, no challenge. This word is maslo, maslo. First letter S, second letter A, third letter D, sad. First letter M, second letter double E sound, E. Third letter N, fourth letter U, last two letters T-A, no challenge. Minuta, minuta. L located there on the right, upper right. Look at the tongue on the left. The bottom part looks like a tongue, and that's because when you make the L sound, you bring your tongue out. L. So use these mnemonic devices to remember P and L, because you're going to see these two letters a lot in the Russian language. Do you recognize the first letter? Notice that there's something that looks like a tongue coming forward. That should remind you of the letter L. And this letter is L. It's L in English and it's L in Russian. The second letter is an A, pronounced just like our A. The third letter is M. It's pronounced just like our M. The first letter is D, and the A is pronounced like our A. And so this word is da. This is the Russian letter Ya, and to us it looks like a backward R. Ya. This is a mnemonic device. I turned the Russian letters counterclockwise 90 degrees so you could see the way that I remember. The next letter is the letter P sound, and they say P. And the last letter is just like our A, and so this word is lampa, lampa, lampa. The first letter is P, pronounced like our P. The second letter is L, pronounced like our them. On the bottom left, you see the Russian letter P. And if you notice, it's like two lips coming together. P, P. That is the Russian P sound. And on the right, you can see the English P, so that you can make that association. On the upper left, you see the Russian letter L. And they say it and pronounce it just like our